After greeting each one of you, please let us use the term to express our gratitude and pleasure for being here today. We from ISEG School. We are here today in order to ponder over the topic which is, should religion and politics should be kept separated? The notion of whether or not religion and politics should be kept separated is highly controversial in today's world. And religion is a simple sense based on a belief that we can take as dogmatic, which means either you believe or let it go because of the supremacy of God the Almighty and the respect of the Holy Scripture. Politics is a practice and theory of influencing other people on an individual level, making laws at the hand exerting first. From this definition, each of them should have their own personal path. So why should they be kept separated? Listen carefully to the story I'm going to tell you. England. When the King James converted Catholicism in 1670 and married Italian Catholic princess, the Parliament became alarmed at the prospect of Catholic succession and passed the Tax Act 2 years later, which excludes the Catholics from the political office because of learning Protestantism. It was centuries before, but just through this story, it would be better to have religion apart and politics apart. So look, brothers and sisters, the Almighty gives us something very precious, which is the individual mind and the spirit of mind. And in politics, politicians need to have the freedom of mind to take any direction which is directed. Otherwise, some nation will probably substitute the Irish collective for the wants of God. This is the dangers. There are great tension in the world now. Tension to hold in breaking point and men are unhappy and confused.
Brothers and sisters, reverting to Aristotle, politics is free persons deliberating the question, how ought we to order our life together? And if I understand, it might have a consensus between these persons in order to live together and peacefully. Then, how can religions be interfered in political issues? Have you forgotten about the diversity of religions? Do they have the same rules? No. What Christians believe can be different from what Muslims do. Do you only imagine if only each of these try to impose his own beliefs? It will be time of disorder, misunderstanding, and conflict. Brothers and sisters, the separation of these two is linked to tolerance, which is supposed to be applied between human beings. Brothers and sisters, imposing religious rules in politics will be a threat locally but internationally. Boko Haram, this radical organization, is an example. They scandalize modernism and Western education. They even dare to talk about jihad. Brothers and sisters, the biggest mistake will be to practice politics through religion. Because we will have problems and divergences which will be difficult to solve.
Slow down. You guys from ISEG Great Speaker Team are going too fast. Religion and politics should go together for the benefit of mankind. Dear members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is... And I'm a member of the Cesag Great Speaker team. Before going any deeper in the topic, we should first define the terms, then precise the meaning of the separation between religion and politics, and afterward come to the core of the topic, which is the reason for separating politics and religion. What is religion and what is politics? Politics refers to exercising position of governance, and religion is a collection of beliefs, cultural systems that relate humanity to another existence. Now, let's move to the meaning of separation between religion and politics, because this expression is often misunderstood in public debates. Mixing religion and politics doesn't exclude secularism. The separation between religion and politics means that both of them must exercise a hands-off approach, neither helping or hindering each other. As the bases are set, let's move further. First of all, the separation between religion and politics is theory and not reality. And the current Dalai Lama himself was the first who recognized it. He said, "I always tell people that religious institution and political institution should be kept separated. So, while I'm telling people this, I myself continue them combined. I myself continue with them combined." And he ended his statement saying, "Hypocrisy." And what about Thomas Jefferson, third president of the United States of America? He was a pioneer and a precursor of separation between religion and politics. I have a little anecdote for you concerning President Thomas Jefferson. He was the one who allowed a weekly church service to be set in the US Capitol. The same US Capitol that was the meeting place of the US Congress. I mean, the legislature of US federal government. It is what you mean, guys, by separation religion from politics, because after several centuries of claiming, the separation between religion and politics has never ever been a tangible reality.
First of all, I will tell you the reason why. Religion and politics are not two watertight compartments, and afterward, I will tell you just why it is simply impossible to separate religion from politics. It was in 2009, Tuesday, the 20th of January 2009. Barack Obama has just been elected 44th President of the United States of America. It was the day of his investiture ceremony. At the beginning of the ceremony, a religious authority prayed. In the course of the ceremony, a religious authority prayed too. At the end of the ceremony, another prayer has been done. In addition, when taking the oath, President Obama put his hands onto the Holy Bible. That is the country for which Thomas Jefferson was claiming in 1802 the separation between religion and politics. Are they really separated? Even your countries here, look, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, when taking the oath in the political sphere, people usually put their hands onto the Holy Scriptures, either the Quran or the Bible. Religion, that means that religion and politics can never be separated. Look, religious authorities and believers vote for the candidates, political leaders who carry their core values. And political leaders are making their decisions according to their religious convictions. For instance, if here in Senegal till now, President Macky Sall did not legalize homosexuality, it is because of his religious conviction and the word of his people. So guys, let's stop trying to do what by nature is impossible. It is what President George Washington comes to understand when he said, it is impossible, impossible, I say impossible to rightly govern the world without God and the Holy Scriptures.
First of all, I thank everybody for coming out. So, related to what they said, it's like, I find it so kind of racism. Because when you mix politics into religion, some might find another attitude, an attitude for anger. And this might bring a lot of damages in this world. Then we're really living in this cold world. Look at all the terrorism that happened in the US, in Africa, and everywhere. This is harsh. This is something that shouldn't happen. So when you mix politics to religion, that means that God ain't leading you, you leading God. Yes. That's kind of false.
Oh yes.
Say it aloud. So let people do whatever they want and whatever they want to do. So when you and I noticed that something. When you refer to something, all you talk about is U.S. We're not in the U.S. We're in Africa. Yeah. All right. We got white and black over there, but what black people over there don't think they're so black. They black as us. Yes. All right. I don't trust it.
Oh yeah.
All right. In God we trust. In God we trust. American people in God we trust. In God we trust. This is false. They got a lot of Freemasons over there. I'm not criticizing.
Yes.
All you saying is false. Look at what happened in Nigeria. Christians and Muslims started to fight. What is this? I'm asking this question. What is this?
Example.
What is this?
We don't know.
This ain't true. This ain't fair. This should stop right now. I don't trust you guys. All you said is false.
Yes.
Should religion and politics be kept separated? When we say that two things should be kept separated, it means that either they have nothing to do together or holding them together will be hazardous. That's not the case with politics and religion because they have the same main aim, the well-being of the society. We are not talking about imposing religion to politics. We are talking about mixing them. And let me remind you that when we mix two things, we take a part of each of them in order to be something strong, something new. And that's what we want to do with religion and politics. Can you tell me what do politics and religion mean to people nowadays? I'll tell you. Today, politics is synonym of deception, personal interest, fight for party survival. While religion represents the love of fellow man, the respect of principle and morality. That's the reason why politics and religion should mix, because politicians seem to forget their objective in that society, the well-being of each citizen. Do you mean that Moses, who delivered Israelis from the Pharaoh's oppression, David, who defeated Goliath, that was the champion of the Philistine government, or Martin Luther King, who fought for all human rights were wrong? Those actions were political challenges, though. And let me tell you something that you may have not noticed yet. Even if it has been written nowhere, those people fought because they believe in their political values that was strengthened with their religious values. And that's what we need today. Politics should be strengthened with religion.